15th of December 2016, a major incident is declared in Greater Manchester. An inferno has engulfed one of Oldham's great cotton mills. This is not the first time this has happened, but on this occasion, the disaster will cost people their lives. Maple Mill was designed as a double mill by the architect Philip Sidney Stott. Maple No. 1 was built in 1904 and constructed using triple brick arches supported on steel beams. When Maple No. 2 mill was built in 1915, rolled steel beams and reinforced concrete flooring were the tried and tested approach. Maple Mill No. 1 and No. 2 seen in 1947. In the foreground is the Earl Mill built in 1860, and behind the Maple is probably the largest single-site complex of mills in Oldham. Belgrave Mills finally consisted of 4 separate mills. The original was built in 1881 and increased in size until 1914. The Maple was quite prominent, towering over the local terraced houses, seen in this photo titled May Day Celebrations, Hathershaw, Oldham, date unknown. It was taken over by Fine Spinners and Doublers, a major cotton spinning business based in Manchester in the 1950s. Maple Mill was sold to Courtaulds in 1964. In 1968, the site was selected to receive the first top-secret BD200s, open-end spinning machines from Czechoslovakia. These were experimental, and coming without documentation, they were difficult to operate. Simply, they were designed for Uzbek cotton, not the American cotton or synthetics used in Oldham. A research visit by Courtauld staff to Ústí nad Labem in August 1968 was interrupted by Soviet tanks putting down the Prague Spring uprising. Later, a body of Czech technicians was based at Maple Mill until the problems had been resolved. This was a rare example of cross-iron curtain cooperation. Courtauld ceased cotton spinning at the mill in 1991, but it was reopened a year later by Wills Fabrics, who continued spinning and weaving on the site until the company went into administration in 1998. At 5:18 p.m. on the 21st of April 2009, a fire started near the diesel generator for a kitchen manufacturer inside Maple Mill No. 2. This ignited pallets that had been placed next to the generator, the nearby propane tanks, then exploded, spreading the fire across the poorly maintained exterior, and soon the main building was uncontrollably engulfed in flame. At the height of the fire, 60 firefighters used a total of 34 fire appliances from across Manchester, including 3 aerial appliances, hose layers, and high-volume pumping units to contain the fire. The fire service were in continuous attendance for 2 weeks, practically draining the nearby Alexandra Park boating lake, and locals near the area reported that they had been left with little or no water. This was the largest incident attended by Greater Manchester Fire Service for several years, but that would soon change. All 6 stories of Maple No. 2 were completely gutted, and most of the building collapsed. Vance Miller, who used the site to manufacture and market fitted kitchens and furniture, was at the time under investigation by trading standards, as well as several BBC and Channel 4 programmes for selling solid wood kitchens that were actually made of chipboard. In June 2016, 6 people were jailed for selling rubbish kitchens on behalf of Mr. Miller, while he remained a free man in the Far East. Customers lured by a massive online and print advertising campaign forked out thousands of pounds, believing they would get a kitchen good enough for Wayne and Colleen Rooney, but instead they got unusable kitchen units in mismatched shades, and when they tried to complain, they were abused. A variety of business names were used to conceal the fact that it was Mr. Miller's business selling the cheaply made Chinese kitchens. The enterprise was brought down by a trading standards investigation, which gathered complaints from 300 angry customers from across the country. During these 7 years, Vance's houses, cars and factories were all subject to arson attacks. On the 28th of October 2012, Vance Miller's business nearly went up in smoke again after arsonists torched 2 trailer units next to his warehouse at 4:45 p.m, this time at Maple No. 1. More than 60 firefighters tackled the fire, more than likely the same ones that put out a similar fire 3 years prior. The fire spread to other stock in the yard, but firefighters wearing breathing gear went into the warehouse and pointed water jets out of the windows to prevent the blaze from moving to the main building. Their efforts prevented a repeat of the bigger fire in 2009 that destroyed Maple No. 2. But these brave efforts only bought the Maple a few more precious years. On the 30th of September 2016, yet another fire devastated the first floor of Maple No. 1, making the entire mill unusable and derelict. This made the area a regular location for rough sleepers and a large number of traveller gypsies. The whole Maple site became a dumping ground for abandoned cars, gas bottles, and numerous other explosive items. At 4 a.m. on the 15th of December 2016, the inevitable happened. Another fire started at Maple No. 1. The fire started on the top floor of the mill. It is understood that this was homeless people trying to keep warm as the bitter winter winds blew through the blown-out windows of the already fire-damaged property. It is not known how many people were in Maple No. 1 at the time, but eyewitnesses said they had seen up to 10 vagrants entering the night before. It is impossible to confirm whether they fled when the blaze started or became trapped. Due to the duration and intensity of the blaze, evidence was difficult to find. 80 firefighters attended, but could not enter the inferno, which caused parts of the building to collapse. Over 100 nearby houses had to be evacuated. The building was declared to be structurally unstable as a result of the fire, and work to demolish unsafe portions of the mill began on the 16th, expected to take 3 days. Fire crews left the mill on the 24th of December, 9 days after the fire started. It was a tragic ending for some during that festive period, and also for 2 more of Oldham's former cotton mills that have seen their end through greed, neglect, and ignorance.